Cool. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourselves in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Northeast Kansas. Wow, that is probably the first time I've ever entered a scene where I haven't fucked up once. Honest God, This afternoon's scene will be taking place at the Hollow Oak, the Changeling Bar and Freehold. For those of you who have not been to the Hollow Oak before, as you walk down a little side street off one of the main trade thoroughfares, you will see a rather shabby little place, a place that no one would glance twice at. The gold filigree upon the gold filigree sign that reads the Hollow Oak has over time and the elements lost its luster. However, as soon as you step inside, you are greeted with the smell of food, the sound of music, the raucous laughter, and immediately you feel as though you have come home. After all, the Hollow Oak is a home to everyone. So we shall join our intrepid adventurers and intrepid truants as they step through the door. I'm just going to flick down, because there are so many of us here, I'm just going to go down the list of people as I have them on my screen, and they can intro from there, because that's easier than people coming in dribs and drabs. Okay, so, CC, you are first to intro.
Fuck.
You appear furthest on the left of my screen. My apologies.
My previous statement still applies. Okay. CC is just going to walk in, and if this is the bar, she's just going to find the booth farthest from everyone and just kind of plop herself down.
Awesome, and all kinds of sauce. There we go. For the record, this is the Boggin bartender, who is currently cleaning a slightly comedically oversized pint glass. Who is next on my list? Olaf, you are next, sir.
As Olaf comes in, he has to duck at the threshold. Looking around the room, he sees CC, nods before going to his favorite spot in the corner and ordering up something to eat and drink. Just
you want potatoes and gravy? I'd be assuming you want potatoes and gravy again, sir, says the Boggin.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine.
Good, sir. All right, I'll put it on your tab. The Boggin will toddle away. Next on my come-in list, we have Sherwood. You are next.
Right. Eddie's already here, currently on his second pot pie. Just quietly enjoying himself in a faraway corner that is his back to a wall and is easily able to see everybody inside the bar.
Mm-hmm. At least we know that you can put them away, sir, and that they're not made of granite, says the Boggin as he collects your previous plate. I'll send your compliments to the chef, shall I?
No.
Very good, sir. All right, next on my to-come-in list, we have John. John Visconti is next.
John is probably just wherever Sir Traori is. So.
Well, this is Sir Traori's freehold. So
I am sure he's there then, chatting with the aged Merlin.
Yes. The Boggin in question will toddle over to you, and he'll say, "Sorry, sir, but may I offer you a drink? The first one's on the house, of course."
To me?
Yeah.
Oh. Bud Light.
Kind of blinks, turns away, and you're almost convinced you could hear the word heathen as he toddles behind the bar.
John just smiles.
Okay. Next we have Galador.
Okay.
Galador.
So he enters the freehold. He's not in armor, but he's got his sword at his side. He's wearing a knight's sash. He enters the bar, does a quick scan, heads to the counter, and waits for the bartender to acknowledge him. Just kind of standing there politely.
The bartender, for his part, has to get a small step ladder in order to see over the bar. But he will do so, and he will say, "Oh, sir," and he will give a polite bow. "What can I offer you today?"
Back and say, "Oh, I did not come in for the drinks today. Is Sir Traori around?"
"He's over there with Mr. Visconti, sir. I have to provide him a drink, so if you'd care to follow me."
Odd.
Okay. The Boggin will climb down his step ladder. He will proceed to walk over and give John his piss water. And will politely bow to the group before returning behind the bar. And before that conversation begins, last but not least, Jason, your turn to intro.
That'll be Mixie. Mixie, for her part, she kind of somewhat sneaks into the place. I mean, you know, she's rather small. I mean, relatively, not quite as small as the bartender, which will no doubt be a very interesting encounter. As soon as she comes in, she takes in the sights and smells of all the glamour and the people, you know, getting up to their usual hijinks, and, you know, fliffling her little cat ears, swishing her little tail, you know, blinking her eyes, as she always does during moments of that. I suppose you could call it a deliberate pause of stupidity, but, you know, of course, it's an act. And she heads over, you know, she notices a few people that she kind of recognizes, but, you know, she wants to go and have a word with the bartender first, and so she heads up to the bar, you know, kind of like stands on her little tiptoes, places her hands on the, well, I imagine it's probably not that small. It's not that tall a bartender.
The bar is about 5 foot, 5.5 foot off the ground. Oh no, it's about 5 foot off the ground. So yeah.
All right.
No,
So yeah,
it's relatively tall.
Yeah, she does need to stand on her tiptoes.
Mm-hmm. The barman, for his part, will climb his step ladder and look down at her. "Hello."
Mixie just kind of like, her eyes kind of like widen open as she gazes upon the size of the bartender.
Wow. Hey there. What's being served tonight?
That depends what you're... He'll smile and he'll say, "Before I offer you a drink, young lady, there's the standard indemnity that I have to ask of you."
What's that?
"What's in this place is ours, and you will not cause any hijinks."
Of course, it's like the cheat. It's like the first part of the cheat.
"You're right. However, we just like to make sure. After all, we don't want anything going missing or anyone suddenly being suspended 5 foot in the air upside down."
Yeah.
So, what can I offer you, young lady? What's your poison?
I don't want poison. I want a drink.
You can actually see the fact that it's almost like stone cracks on the Boggin's face, and he says, "Yes, I'm sure you think that was very droll."
It was what?
Funny.
Nope.
He thinks you're being sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic. Anyway.
Anyway, because Jason is cracking up himself. Thank you very well done, Evan. You nearly made me corpse during the beginning of the scene.
I do my best.
I don't know what the score is now, but either way. Yeah, Mixie kind of like looks up to the. I'm presuming there's like a list of like, you know, prices for, you know, the drinks.
Yep, there's a list in both dross and in money, depending on how you want to pay.
Okay. Could I have a Coors Light, please?
"Oh, for fuck's sake! What is it with people today and ordering shit?" Sorry, my apologies. He will say as he goes.
Hey! You know what? Just because it's not your taste doesn't mean it's shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's American. It's
like,
American
you know,
beer.
This smells like ball games to me.
Yeah. And baseball as well.
The Boggin kind of just he does the kind of looks to heaven kind of eyes as he shakes his head, but he will go and get your drink. Just give me a moment. By the way, as
in the back of the bar, the The red cat pipes up, calling out, "Did someone just say a certain kind of beer smells like balls?"
Triori will stand from where he's sitting rather gracefully, and he'll tush disapprovingly at the bargain and say, Now, Connor, make everyone feel welcome." The bargain will bow and say, "Yes, my lord. My apologies." Before Triori sits back down. So Galador, allow me to introduce you to Mr. John Visconti. Mr. Visconti, this is Sir Galador ap Dougal.
John
not. Sorry.
hands and offers a hand. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
He'll shake your hand. And the pleasure is mine.
He's in a suit, even in the dreaming at this point. Blue and pinstriped. Red tie, red pocket square, or white pocket square.
Okay.
This is rather far off your normal route, Sir Dougal. What brings you here?
He looks over. He looks over to Treori and says, "Well, I quite enjoyed our meeting in the park, and I confess I was returning to the area to observe the park some more, and I knew your freehold was nearby, so I figured I'd stop by while I was in the area."
By all means, my home is your home.
And he'll nod.
But yeah, as I have said, as long as people respect homes as they are, then I have no problem with letting through my door. So, what is it that you have been doing with yourself these days?
Searching, mostly. He takes a seat at the bar next to Treori. Searching the barony of Jayhawkers for lost and abandoned freeholds, mostly, along with patrols.
That is something that the Baron has assigned to me, which means I would assume that you are looking for aid in finding a currently unheld property.
He kind of tilts his head to the side, then to the other side. It is not something I would ask of you. I would never ask to impose on your time like that, Sir Treori. You are a very busy man, I understand.
As a matter of fact, Treori will put his hand on John's shoulder, and he will say, "If you are interested, Mr. Visconti, Galador here comes from the finest crafting house of any of the crafters of our time. He would make a very interesting addition to your new marketplace when we can open it."
He spreads his arms. That sounds great. If he wants a place to sell his wares, I'm happy to provide it.
He will nod in thanks to John.
CC will just call out at this point. Yeah, but the taxes on that stall are probably ridiculous, though. He looks like that kind of guy.
And when Cece says this, the knight's eyes just flick over to her and narrow.
She'll wave. And she's just smiling.
I don't believe in taxation.
Yeah, taxation is theft.
Exactly.
Well, no businessman in their right mind would just let somebody have a stall in their property for free without gaining anything from it. Unless you're a really crappy businessman. Or have other agreements. You could have another agreement, you know, just like... Oh, I should probably not do that. Never mind.
Well, first of all, a lease is rent is not taxed.
Oh, there we go.
Second of all, if I drive everyone out of business through high rent, then there's no one around. We're all poorer in the long run.
Not you. Because you'll probably just do the same to other people.
there's a limited pool of people.
And if people don't want to, do business with him, then he kind of runs out of money.
Exactly.
A lot of people in this world. It's hard to run out of people.
Yeah, but not enough stupid people though.
You'd be amazed. Have you not looked outside?
Yeah.
Then you should
I don't
probably
know.
look
I find
outside.
it's in my best interest to cut everyone a square deal.
You don't look
The
like
better
that
they
kind of
do,
guy.
the better I'll do.
One more pie, please.
You look kind of like a psycho, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, do you have to go return some videotapes?
He smiles.
American one at that.
Yeah.
He just kind of shrugs.
Can I see a business card?
He takes one out.
Probably as sharp as an axe blade.
Does it have a watermark?
She like searches for the watermark.
Or a
It
nail
is.
gun.
Sorry, what
Listen.
did you say? What did you say, Sam?
No, he says it is a watermark.
Look,
But
it's a watermark. What kind of font is that? What kind of color is it?
I don't know.
Is it silly in a
The
rail?
branding guys deal with that. But listen, it's you do you. No one's forcing anyone to do anything. And that's how it should be.
Never said you were forcing him. Just said the rent would probably be high.
No, I'm telling you, you're wrong. But yeah, again, it's all perspective too. You might be right, I suppose. A cent is high enough to some people.
True.
So again, you don't want to do business with me, don't do business with me.
I mean, there will probably never ever be a time in which I need to do business with you, honestly.
All right.
Unless, like, you work with, the circus and stuff like that. Even then, it's kind of eh.
He shrugs. As said, you do you. That's the great thing about America. You don't have to give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Now. Traore kind of snaps back into focus as Evan returns. He will say, Mistress Cece, now then, I would merely ask that you keep an open mind and not be so confrontational, perhaps. We're all here to enjoy ourselves, after all. May I buy you a drink?
I wasn't being confrontational. I was just saying the rent would probably be high. And no, I'm not really in a drinking mood right now.
As you say. He will nod his head and smile. No, as I've said, Sir Galador, if you are interested, we are attempting, or rather, my squire is attempting to open a grand new business venture, and we are merely looking for no one but the most skilled individuals. You are one such personage. I'm sure that Mr. Visconti here will work out a equitable rate with you. He's rather good at that.
He nods as he finally looks away from Cece and then looks to Sir Traore. He says, I thank you for your offer. I'm sure the market will be a most splendid and wondrous place.
It is something I feel that is needed, in all honesty. I believe the dreaming provided it to us as we required a new focal ground between the various different baronies in the area. I think that under the leadership of Mr. Visconti, it will be an excellent source of both revenue and fraternity between the Changeling.
Everyone's welcome. Don't ask questions about where you're from, as long as you're here to do business and not cause trouble.
He just nods.
Hmm.
So,
what do you make, Sir Dougal?
I've smithed everything from armor to walking canes for she nobles.
Cool. Very cool.
Priori will he won't look at John, but he'll you can tell he's speaking to you as he says, "You recall what I told you about the various different houses? Clan Dougal are famous for every craft you can possibly think of."
I do recall, yeah, you said they were master craftsmen and artisans.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to see their work in person.
House Dougal, sorry, clan. I'm still thinking vampire. My apologies. I'm doing what Sean did earlier on. Anyway. All hail Clan Dougal! Anyway, moving on. The Boggin will walk over to the bar and he will climb up he will climb up his little step ladder. He will place a very dusty bottle on the table. So dusty, in fact, you can't tell what color the glass was underneath it. And he will say, if you get a chance, my lord, I have acquired this freshly. I think that it is something you will approve. And he will nod and climb back down his little step. Priori will not look at him, but will. Anyway. So. I ponder. How interesting. Sherwood, the name of your character is Eddie. Actually, no, he would call you Squire. Squire Scaffatch, would you mind joining us for a moment, please?
Yeah, sure, why not? At which point the Redcap will rise, carry his plate with pie, delicious chicken pie, and sit nearby with that pie.
I maintain we should get you some kind of, I don't know, writing column in the local paper as a food critic.
You know, I might be doing very well, but I have a propensity to eat most things that are set in front of me, and I'm not particularly skilled in the written or spoken word.
I could probably help with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pardon me, but
Little girl,
you
also failed to understand what sarcasm was earlier.
Yeah, I didn't know there were going to be sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
Will somebody answer me, what is this? As Eddie points in the general direction of the cat girl.
I'm a
We've
journalist.
yet to determine.
That would be Mixie. She
Yes,
has a poop
yes,
gun.
yes, I'm Mixie Rogers. Hello. She waves. You know.
Hello. I am Eddie.
Obviously, she does that at a distance because, you know, she's not quite certain just how hungry the Redcap is.
Appropriate. The Redcap waves back. I am Eddie Broken.
And I'm Mixie Rogers. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, a puka, I'm assuming?
Yes, that's true. I'm not lying.
Right. So what is it? Sir Trioli, was it?
No, I just thought that we were kind of gathering into a conversation. You know?
Oh, then you wanted me to be a part of it?
Of course.
Oh,
I
dear.
value all perspectives and opinions.
I tend to keep my perspectives and opinions to myself.
And that is why I have a sense, Squire Scaffatch, that you will go very far in changeling politics.
The already slightly grey power of the Redcap seems to pale upon the assumption that he might get involved in politics. I appreciate the compliment, but I assure you it is absolutely unnecessary.
No, as a matter of fact, I asked you here to ask if there have been any more unusual movements along the borderline.
Not to my investigations, but the borders of this barony, such as they are, do require consistent observation.
Cool. I understand. Well, you will continue to make sure that if there is danger, we shall at least be alerted to it. Most noble.
To the best of my ability, yeah.
Where does the trouble come from?
I'm sorry?
Where does the trouble come from?
From outside our borders. Or inside, but that's not my jurisdiction.
So when it comes from outside the borders, does it come from a place in particular or a few places in particular?
I mean, I tend to stay around our borders. I don't tend to investigate too deeply in for interspersing on other baronies' territories might be a breach, and I do not want to cause any more problems than I already do.
But if you have an invader, don't you like capture one and question them?
In the event that happens, yes.
Ask them where they're from?
That hasn't happened here yet.
Oh, okay.
We must always be watchful. After all, we are besieged by banality on all sides, left, right, and center. Not only that, but there are other entities that would seek to do us harm. Always remember the Dante.
Yeah.
Who are they again?
OFC, are you asking that in character or out of character?
In character.
All right, okay.
They're basically kind of, bad people, and they hate dreams, and they kind of want to, destroy dreams and be boring. And they also kind of like wear, really well. They usually kind of dress like you, but they're kind of, not as well dressed.
Ah, NIMBYs. Gotcha.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. And they always talk about boring things, and they do boring things.
And they don't want change.
No, and they also
They're all motherfuckers.
Yes, and they also sometimes try to kill people. Usually as that's kind of
And
bad.
blame other people for their problems, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always someone else's fault.
They are the enemy of the dreaming itself. They seek to undo imagination, creativity. They
So
wear many
we're gonna-
guises.
We're going to declare war on the American educational system?
That's not a bad idea.
Only some parts of it.
I mean,
No,
I think you can all use an overhaul.
yeah, well, the parts that aren't fun.
What part of any of that is fun?
There's the art part.
I hear that you still have these things called shop class. That
Yeah,
would be
shop-
fun, yeah?
Yeah, shop class is sometimes fun.
Yeah.
You see, it's not necessarily that technology is directly opposed to the dreaming or that learning is directly opposed to the dreaming, but regimented authority, the A to B to C approach, creating drones instead of people, that is the antithesis of the dreaming.
I agree. I'm more inclined to think that it's less, once again, as you said, the technology itself is not necessarily bad. Innovation is good, but sticking to these particular business models and creating things that are designed to fail, that whole situation just to keep people dependent is not good. Oh no, I'm giving my opinion. At which point the red cap immediately gets a nice big spoonful of pie.
Another pie is put on your plate.
More pie. Perfect.
Have you tried the apple pie yet?
This is all chicken pot pie.
Oh, you're saying space for the apple pie. Cool.
Ooh, apple pie.
Traore will snap his fingers, and the Boggin will jump up his little step ladder, and he will say, "You require something, sir?" And he bows respectfully to John when he says that.
Yes, thank you. If you can rustle it up, give me a hot dog and a slice of that there apple pie.
As you wish, sir.
Thank
We
you.
can produce any item of food or beverage that you require.
I want some apple pie too, please.
Very well. Mr. Visconti, as you are currently the squire to my lord, you of course do not have to pay for food or beverages here. Miss Mixie, was it? I assume you are setting up a tab?
Yeah, sure.
Very well. He will hand you basically a form to fill out that just has your name, your address, contact information, how much you wish to put on the tab, etc.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And he will run in. Does anyone else want anything? Anyone? We all good?
Incidentally, as I haven't technically lied at all thus far, this is an ideal opportunity. Mixie will naturally put her name down. She'll somewhat misspell Mixie to read Missy, which is fair enough. And the address and contact number will be for the headquarters for InfoWars, which is ironically enough where she works. So, she's not wrong.
Okay. The Boggin will ask
she'll put a smiley face at the end.
Okay. The Boggin will ask if anyone else wants anything before he will retreat into the kitchen.
I would like a check, if you please.
No, sir. Mr. Traore has instructed me that you are not to pay here, sir. You are our guest.
Sir Traore?
Yeah.
I would like, if able to, settle my debt. I wouldn't want to be beholden to you or anybody else here.
Traore kind of he smiles, but he says, "No. You are doing so much to defend us. I merely consider this a small, not a gratuity, but just repayment for your already commendable services."
Your gift, as it is most appreciated, but I accept. However, I will let you know that in the future I would, if possible, like to do my part in paying my fair share.
Do not consider this an act of charity, Squire Scafetch, as it is not. As I said, you already do so much. He lets his hand kind of drift over the assembled patrons, because there are many more than us in this place eating and drinking, and he says, "You never know how many of them might one day never sing your name, but you will have kept them safe. It's things like that I value."
Ah, yes, I don't mind doing particularly thankless work, so I appreciate this nonetheless.
But the Boggin will appear approximately 5 minutes later with a jumbo hot dog. Did you want anything on the hot dog?
Mustard and just mustard and kraut.
I would like a hot dog with nothing but sauerkraut. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. He will reappear with balancing one plate in each hand and one on the top of his head in a rather comic fashion. But he moves incredibly gracefully, despite the fact he's got a plate in his head. Down the apple pie and the hot dog in front of John, and the apple pie in front of Mixie. The apple pie is hot and has been served with ice cream.
Yay!
And all of the food is delicious.
Wonderful. John,
We have a
Gracefully
boggin
eats it.
kitchen back there, sir. I said, we have a boggin kitchen back there, sir. If boggins don't, make good food, then I'm pretty sure they have to commit seppuku or some shit.
Yeah, they can't botch craft rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So in the worst case scenario, they make reasonably good food.
Doesn't mean they can't fail.
That's true. So yeah, Mixie will, as soon as she possibly can, she'll get a knife and fork and start cutting into the steaming hot apple pie.
It tastes fresh, baked, and delicious.
Yummy. Yeah, has there been anything happening since the thing happened?
That's being very exact.
Yeah, no.
Are you talking about the party that we went to?
Oh yeah, that.
Wait, you all went to a party?
Oh yeah. It was most, how do you say, enlightening.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, the 4th of July one. Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of explosions and some partial nudity as well.
Hmm.
Well, it was 4th of July,
I don't believe that anything interesting has happened since then, no. I suppose one could say that we live in a rather dull...
Well, no, exactly. I mean, there were some things that. There were some things in that park.
Yeah. Though I have the rather distinct suspicion that the barony of the Copper Dome, its freehold, is about to be made a lot safer in the near future.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Anything I can get an exclusive interview about? Or, just...
What news service do you work for?
A reputable one?
That's not an answer.
Well, I don't work for CNN.
Wait, we have a journalist here?
Yeah, I told you I was a journalist.
If she does not work for CNN, then she will not threaten to, dox us.
No, there'll be no doxing.
There are no respectable journalists.
Yeah, because,
He's not wrong.
Yeah, because, if I did doxing, then that would be kind of violating the sheet, which is wrong.
Who is it that you work for? Or rather, Traore uses his brain and he thinks, who is it that you most definitely do not work for?
I don't work for Breitbart. And I don't work for Fact News. And I don't work for MSVP BBC, the one with the really ridiculously long name.
Traore calmly removes his phone from his from the inner pocket of his coat. He's not wearing the armor that he's pictured in. Let's Google Mixie Rogers and see what comes up.
Okay.
I think you'll probably find a few obscure videos on YouTube on a channel known as InfoWars. And she kind of, in her mortal maid, she looks kind of like this. And it seems to be some sort of video on just how silly some people are when they're drunk. When they are drunk.
Out of character, as Evan doesn't know, what is InfoWars?
It is like a conspiracy monger website run by Alex Jones.
Yes, basically.
They're why NASA had to publicly deny that there was child sex slavery on Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, which, funnily enough, Alex never actually said, and he shut down immediately. But, you know...
Clock twice a day and all that, or once a day.
Yeah. It's funny, you know. It is just absolutely funny.
Anyways,
but yeah,
can we not talk real world politics, gray world politics, guys? Let's just all have a beer, enjoy apple pie.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, if I did it, I can't report on things that kind of what we do because that'd be breaking the sheet.
Good, but let's not have you draw attention to it either.
Yeah. Okay.
Who was talking politics?
Great.
No, we're not talking grey world politics, right? Right outside that door. And she points towards the outside of the door.
If at all possible, let's not discuss any politics, please.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Traore kind of, for a brief moment, looks confused, then shrugs, puts his phone away. He really doesn't like the Russians.
The Russian?
No. Did you just offer one of us a white Russian?
No. This Alex Jones fellow doesn't seem to like Russia.
Oh yeah.
No, he's okay. No, he's okay.
Sounds like politics.
No. He doesn't like globalists.
Politics, please.
So, who here likes music? What are you into?
I do. And she raises up her
I
hand.
like music, and what I'm into is not any of your business.
All right. Well,
Oh, you mean with music?
not
I'm
into
into
my business, but tell me what you're willing to share about your taste in music.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a variety of different kinds of music, mostly as long as it has a really powerful beat and often good guitar riffs. I enjoy it, although lyrical content's also very important to me. Lately, I've been listening to, I'm listening to a lot of And One, and maybe just a little bit less on the Skinny Puppy.
Skinny Puppy. Now, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, the Canadian.
Puts a finger. Yeah.
Yeah, industrial. I'm a rather great fan of industrial music.
Trent Reznor and all that jazz. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails, very good, particularly when he was on all those drugs and had the creative streak.
Oh, they're always on all those drugs.
His recent stuff after he got sober has been terrible.
Now,
So what you are in fact insinuating is that there is a direct correlation between humanity finding a higher state mentally and their ability to produce music.
I mean, a lot of people do end up producing their greatest works when they're under the influence of certain substances. It opens them up to greater creative aspects and allows them to reach loftier heights, but there is a risk involved in that, as we have seen with many of the so-called greats having died quite tragically from taking too much of those mind-expanding substances.
I don't know. I think there's just an element of burning yourself out. I mean, I don't think Mozart was doing lines, but nor was Beethoven blazing. But
No,
Beethoven went deaf.
Yeah, he went deaf.
yeah, and he continued to write some of his best stuff afterwards.
Yeah, he
That's
used to
very
like.
true. He was able to compose. And say what you will about him being deaf, but I know that deaf people still enjoy a lot of music from the feelings that the vibrations produce.
So
I
there you
wasn't
go.
saying they weren't.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
true.
saying
because-
I'm not saying that you were saying that they were, but oh God, it sounds like we're getting into political discussion again.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Keep the politics
Now, if
out
we're
the
talking
door.
about music,
Keep it out the grey. Keep that in the grey world. Keep that in the grey world.
we're
Outside
talking about
that door.
music.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, interesting fact about Beethoven. Did you know that he used to bite his piano when he went deaf to try and listen to his music? I don't know how it works, but it works.
He used to what? His piano bite?
Yes, he used to bite his piano.
He took the legs off.
No, he bit it.
He also took the legs off.
Yeah, that as well.
He did, in fact, saw the legs off his piano.
So he could feel the vibrations of the floor.
Yeah, especially-
Who else? Who else? Cece, what music do you like?
Music?
Yeah.
Yeah, just I enjoy like all kinds of music. I don't have a particular favorite.
You don't have any favorites?
Not really.
What could you listen to every single day?
A lot of stuff.
Like?
You know, like it goes from like the Glitch Mob to Disturbed, but then back to Cell Dweller, then, you know, to Breaking Benjamin and Avenged Sevenfold, but then right back to, oh, what is it called? Oh, I can't remember it. But it's the one who had the squirrel. Or maybe, no, that's Glitch Mob again. But yeah.
I've recently been listening to the mixes that people have been doing for certain video games. Like, I didn't realize there was such a big fandom for this Five Nights at Freddy's game series.
Mm.
But they produce some good music.
Have you heard of Vaporwave? Or Synthwave, sorry.
I don't really follow the specific names of musical types, so no, I don't even really know what house means.
I think it's supposed to do with, you know, just people just like making the music in their houses. That's why it sounds so bad.
I wouldn't know.
It might be.
And I like things like FX Twin, and on occasion I even listen to a little bit of Rammstein, but that's more for how I'm amused at their lyrics than anything else.
Yeah, is it true that one of them was kind of a story about a person who ate his own foot? Or that he got his boyfriend to eat his foot?
You're talking about the song... Oh God, what song was it? Shit.
Oh, see, bind tie. Hang on,
Oh, that wasn't his foot.
Or was it? Why was it? Why was he not his foot down?
Well,
his
the
hand?
song,
Was it his
the
hand?
song title is Mein Teil, which literally means my part.
In what
It's
part
an
though?
insinuation of another thing. It was about the It was a direct reference to the situation that happened a number of years ago, where these individuals engaged in cannibalism, consensual sexual cannibalism.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
What? So it's like in kind of an autoerotica type thing.
Yeah, I mean, I
Those
do
two
like.
German guys?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. This might have been when I was like, you know, 7 or 8 or something like that.
Well, I mean, sometimes news is news, and the weird things tend to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if it bleeds, it bleeds.
Yeah, that's
but,
kind of,
yeah,
This is getting dangerously close to politics. Let's move it away.
Yes, let's
that's
try and...
very true.
Okay, the next person to mention politics buys the next round of drinks.
So Triori, what music do you
Triori, for his part, has been kind of contemplative as you've been speaking, and he says, "Oh, it's an interesting choice. I suppose my taste in music is a lot more archaic than most of yours. I enjoy what you would consider to be classical music, but then again, there was a time when it was new, I suppose. I also enjoy jazz, but then again, that's just because I suppose when ragtime became a thing, it destroyed every preconception that ever existed. I suppose in many ways.
I enjoy jazz. I'm rather a large fan of Miles Davis.
Oh. But then I suppose that what the young call rock music has attempted to do the same, destroy preconceptions of music.
I grew up listening to Little Richard.
Ew.
Good golly, Miss Molly, yeah?
Long Tall Sally?
She was built sweet.
Yep. I'm kind of wondering, what was the song about?
What, Long Tall Sally?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was about a hooker.
Yeah, no.
Like, I remember one of the lines of the song being, I saw Uncle John with bald head Sally he saw Aunt Mary coming and then he ducked back in the alley.
Yeah, but why would they be bald now?
She wasn't particularly, I wouldn't know what to say.
That is what you call a cheap whore.
Why are they cheap?
Because they do not charge much.
Unfortunately, I cannot go back in time and ask the writer of the reasons why he wrote those particular lyrics, but I really think the song's about a hooker. Much like, oh gosh, what was it? Day Tripper by the Beatles.
What was Yellow Submarine about then?
About a yellow submarine.
About being high as fuck.
Acid.
That makes sense.
Maybe, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I think there's a value in everyone putting their own meaning on it. Yeah, I mean,
It's also true. As they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. John Lennon could outright tell us.
He did what?
Well, anyway, if John Lennon were to outright come out and say what the meaning of some particular song was, okay, say Yellow Submarine, wouldn't that take a little bit of the mystery and magic out of there? I mean, there's something fun in arguing about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't, oh gosh, I heard about this, I didn't remember the specifics, but didn't a particular author of a book series or a book engage in a discussion, and he told people what his book was about, and other people told him that his opinion on the book that he wrote was wrong?
I love that.
I mean, I appreciate that people continually look for new meaning in things, but sometimes things are as they seem, and it's not quite so complex. And
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Yep. Sigmund Freud was right.
No. Maybe he just couldn't see his own hump.
Freud himself had many issues, but let's.
Yeah. I think he.
In Freudism, I'm not a psychiatrist.
Yeah, me neither. I think I do recall that Sigmund Freud had some sort of like weird obsession with his mother or someone else's mother.
Anyway,
He probably just really needed to get laid.
Olaf, what music do you like?
What the music that I like is no longer played, so I tend to work in silence now.
That's not an answer. What music do you like?
I think that's just kind of a subtle way of him saying that, like he likes the song, the one that's called The Song of Silence, The Sound of Silence.
Oh, by Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Garfunkel, yeah.
It's a good song.
Was it that he made recently by the band they call Disturbed or something?
Yeah, which is weird.
But is it getting down with the sickness?
Yes, he was getting down with the sickness, but then he got better.
Never actually liked that one song by them. I couldn't get into Down with the Sickness.
Yeah, it was so overplayed as well.
I remember I went to a Disturbed concert in Michigan at one point. Some idiot thought it was a nice idea to put their cigarette out on my hand because they weren't paying attention. That was a fun night.
Were they delicious?
I didn't quite go that far because, we do have standards.
Traori will stand from where he's leaning at the bar and he will nod his head to the assembled and say, "A pleasant evening's conversation. However, there are tasks that require my attention. So, I will leave you all in the capable hands of Connor, my bartender. Good evening, all."
Have a pleasant evening, Herr Traori.
Gallagher will say goodbye to Sir Charles. It's very formal. He's been watching Cece almost the whole time.
She has been watching him right back.
Like if she, it's the stare down.
John just takes a long pull at his Bud Light or Coors Light or whatever he's drinking, and yeah. So, fun times.
Almost as fun as trying to figure out how to make a shotgun out of chimerical iron.
Why would you make a shotgun out of chimerical iron? Wouldn't it be too brittle?
Well, you need to first make a test dummy to make sure that all the moving parts move together, right?
And not only that, but like, wouldn't you rather just create chimerical iron slugs?
Oh, I was thinking more making something that does the same effect that what do the men call it? Dragon's breath rounds do.
Those have a very short range.
Oh yeah. But fire is the great equalizer.
I suppose.
Well, if you figure out the firearms thing, let me know.
Isn't crafting a chimerical steel or something equivalent easier than trying to make something chimerically iron?
Iron is cheaper and easier to come by. You can find iron just in the dreaming, just around here. Steel is much harder to get a hold of.
Well, doesn't steel need to be forged?
Yeah, but its parts are not so easily found.
Unfortunately, I am not much of a metallurgist or a scientist. I just know that iron is, weaker than steel and it has more impurities in it.
Well, also, you have to understand that I can do this extremely well, so I can beat out impurities over time. And my hammer tends to make things very good.
I've seen your hammer. It is enormous.
Oh yeah, as he just pulls it out of the corner. It's a big two-handed hammer, and it is known as Vulcan's hammer. It is a treasure, and it is very pretty.
I am so pretty, oh so pretty.
Would it be safe to assume to notice the two that have been staring at each other so consistently this whole time?
John is pointedly not noticing.
I don't think it would be hard to say that you noticed that. It's just like a stare down to the death right now, let's be honest here. Like, which bitch will look away first? But it ain't gonna be me, bitch.
I mean, kinda.
Everyone loses. Yay!
I hate to interrupt, but I have a slight question.
You're in the middle of something. Don't be rude.
Why are you two staring at each other so much?
Foreplay.
Well, you know, when a man loves a woman very, very much, and or hates one very, very much.
Same thing.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought the rumor was that Cece and I were going to be married, and that is certainly not the case. But this is involving hate.
It's kind of a complex thing. Basically, if you keep eye contact with someone for more than 10 seconds, then at some point, after the, eye contact has, ceased, then, someone's either gonna, start doing, sexy things, sexy times, or, someone's gonna get stabbed or shot, or, get a orbital laser or something.
Orbital laser.
Yeah, orbital lasers.
I do wish that I could make a Gundam.
Alright, why are you two staring daggers at each other then?
And I just explained it. They're probably going to have sex or, kill each other.
I don't think they'll be having sex.
Well, if they are going to be having sex, can they at least go up to, a room or something like that? Because I don't know if you'll get arrested or not for doing it in a public place. And also, I think Trio will be
Do
happy.
you really think this is what you consider a public place?
Well, you know what I mean.
Pretty sure a Grey World cop has not entered this place ever, though I could be wrong.
Right, CC, why are you staring fireballs at this one over here?
I mean, there are reasons.
And I just asked why.
She
You know,
did. There are reasons.
Yeah, and you guys gotta blink sometime.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
Nope.
Everyone's gotta
But
blink.
I
There's
told
something
you about it. Yeah, I did. I told you about it the other day, Eddie. This is Galador. He's the one I called that word, and he got kind of upset about it.
Oh, I like that. Is really funny. I liked it. It made me
I
laugh.
told somebody else that word.
Nope, that was him.
What word?
You really
It is
want to
not-
know?
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Use your imagination. There's probably 10 words. It's probably one of them.
Oh, but those 10 words probably aren't racial slurs, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure they would include some racial slurs.
Yeah, well, maybe then.
Okay? Or a
You can't
homophobic
call
slur, or something. Who cares?
You
Let him
can't-
go at it.
You can't.
None of your business.
I'm not gonna
None
say-
of my
I'm not
business. Don't know, don't want to know.
I am curious. I mean, I'm not the sheriff. I'm not going to stop you two.
Now, if you did use any of those words, don't say them because I don't like them.
Exactly.
The knight is, without breaking eye contact with CC, just just kind of turns his face half towards the red cap and says, "Well, when one sides with creatures of pure banality, the kingdom tend not to look kindly on that."
Actually, I love how you've said that I've done that, but in fact, I haven't.
He was about to attack a baron, my lady CC.
And I was telling them both to calm down. Not, yeah, that it was. I was telling
And that-
both the wolf crazy dude and the baron to calm down. I was not siding with one of or the other.
He raises one eyebrow, and yet the creature of pure banality acted like a puppy.
Why don't you
when
guys
had
just have a duel and get it over with?
Because we're
Okay,
working
because
on
I-
that.
need the permission of a king yet, or a dance macabre.
Why
I
don't you
do
just...
not think you need that high of a...
Yeah.
No, you do not actually need that high. All you need to do is go find whoever you work under, good Sir Knight. As she is a commoner, therefore she can dance the macabre with whomever she chooses. She can throw down the white glove or whatever else you want to call it. Hand her,
Which, by
hand
the
you
way,
an
John is in
axe.
fact wearing. John actually has white gloves on.
So, with the situation that involved that individual attacking the Baron, the way I'm hearing it, because I was not there, Cece was trying to calm down the tensions by talking with both of them, and you, sir, with a capital S, are upset that she did not immediately fall to the Baron's side of things altogether and as a gesture of loyalty to the barony, yes?
I didn't quite understand you out of character. Like, I'm actually having trouble understanding the accent in places.
Sorry, it's a German accent. Cece was trying to calm down the tensions, and that you were upset that she did not immediately fall to the Baron's side as a show of loyalty to the barony in general, and made the reasonable assumption that she was almost as loyal to the vampire as she is to the Baron.
I gotta look for something. Where is it? Sorry, I'm looking for something in the book.
So, when did you guys become changelings?
More than a millennia ago.
That's cool.
When I had my chrysalis, and that was kind of around when I was, I think, probably 12, 13.
That's cool.
Wait, you're over a millennium old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, several
I think
people are.
I think he probably has more memory than some of us do, maybe.
That's
I know
confusing.
that. Yeah, well, I know that we all go through the Changeling way, and when mortal hosts die, the Changeling soul is like reborn, and then goes into another host body, and then we kind of like go through the chrysalis again, and then we kind of remember things, or we start doing things. I mean, I can't
I get it. I'm curious as to if you've inhabited this same body for over 1,000 years.
I don't know. Have you?
That is a rather personal question.
Okay, sorry. But have you, though?
He doesn't want to answer. Leave him alone.
Yeah, just thought I'd ask.
So, John, desperately trying to paper over everything. Who likes
Troll.
porn? Yep.
What?
Who likes porn?
Everyone likes porn.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, everybody.
Yeah, porn's fantastic.
I heard that the internet was made to specifically bring porn to others.
Yeah, it was used.
Yes, it was.
It was used for two things. At first, it was used for military operations, and the other one was for porn.
God bless America.
Yeah, America.
Fuck yeah.
Coming to say it the motherfucking day, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
That's-
basically that was the idea. They thought that they could like beat they thought that they could beat the communists by bombarding them with porn. But the Soviets hadn't really developed computers then, so it didn't work.
I'm pretty sure the Soviets have computers, but anyways.
Yeah, but they didn't have internet.
Interesting.
They only had dial-up.
All right, whatever. Anyways. So, what do you guys do for fun around here? Besides,
Yeah.
But considering my day job as an entertainer, mostly dealing with folks in that particular circle.
I do
oh,
college.
cool. What kind of entertainer are you?
Oh, sorry.
I work at the circus here.
Neat.
Yeah.
So you work with Cece there?
From time to time. I do fire eating, performance eating, knife juggling, things of that nature, By the way, I should have specified that Eddie is absolutely covered in tattoos.
Neat. Anything interesting?
I haven't gotten to that point yet, but he's got them up to his neck. His face is still clear for the purposes of relatively gainful employment, and to ensure that people wouldn't recognize him too easily.
Cool.
But yeah, lots of tattoos, lots and lots of tattoos, especially of course, like over his arms and everything.
Does that look like it's been chiseled into you?
No.
Oh, I thought you had stone skin. My bad.
I do have granite skin, but I like to think that it doesn't look like stone. It just is that tough.
Well, I'm a college student, and there's also the journalism thingy, and also I play guitar and I sing. Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah, Cece, you know that club that we went to the kind of the other night? Well, you know that person that was kind of like, being a jerk to us? They basically offered me a chance to, perform at their club. Because, I did some stuff with like a guitar and, some singing. I did, I sung Motley Crue and everything. It was great.
She blinks. Says, what? Oh,
I'm
yes.
serious.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm serious.
And there's a blink.
Yeah, there's a blink. So she loses.
No, she didn't.
Now,
Oh, shit. Did I say she blinked?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
blink.
Damn.
Yeah.
Alright. So, can we now like chill like normal people, or
Yeah, we can do that.
cool?
Who wants to be like normal people? We're changelings.
Yeah.
I have to agree, being normal is not exactly the best thing.
Yeah,
Well,
being
I
normal
say
is
normal in the
success.
sense of if you're gonna listen, you're gonna duel, go duel, okay? Shit or get off the pot.
Oh yes, we are intending to duel, my good soul. However, we need the permission of the local noble.
You
First,
don't
if we
need
wish
the
to duel.
permission of anyone to wipe your own ass. That's
He looks.
stupid.
He looks to the squire and says, "You will not speak to me in such a way, squire."
I will speak to you however I damn well please, bitch.
He stands up.
I'm an American, and I have the God-given right of free speech.
Olaf
man.
stands up and picks up the hammer. I don't think you understand exactly how fuel blue system works.
Yeah, like, buddy, you might be an American, but you're also a changeling, and the changelings go back to, like, archaic times, where you gotta obey those in command, or you're gonna get smacked the fuck down.
I thought we're the creatures of the dream. This is the best they could dream of.
A little bit.
There wasn't any more progress past the 14th century.
Not really.
Well, it's kind of a she thing, I think.
A little
It
bit.
is also called a troll
I'm a she
thing.
too, apparently.
Ooh.
You're a really bad one, if I might say then.
Oh, are
Thank
you
you.
Autumn? Are you not? Are you one of these like Autumn she that I keep hearing about?
I think so,
Cool.
I guess.
All right.
I woke up like a week ago, maybe.
Excuse me, everybody. The red cap says as he puts a hand a little bit firmly upon the bar. We are all guests here, and I would recommend that we, if things are going to continue to escalate as they are, that we do this somewhere else.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
If I have to roll for intimidation, god damn it, I will.
I think that's a very reasonable suggestion.
I don't think Trier would really be happy if we kind of messed up his place.
No, large hammer swinging would make much mess in here.
Yes, he'd kick everyone's ass.
Now, I hate being political. I hate being a mediator.
You mentioned politics. You mentioned politics. Next round's on you.
That's what's going on, and I'm buying everybody's next round. That's fine. Anyway,
Sweet.
you, to the Autumn She, whose name I don't remember. I appreciate your candor. I really, really do. However, we are guests here, and we should probably behave as such. And you, to the knight, the one who's all offended, whose name I also don't know, you must understand that this is the year 2017, and I say this as a squire of Oscata. People don't understand politeness, and that's what's normal now. So I would recommend, at least in the future, a slight grain of salt, particularly from the verbal barbs that people give. After all, what are words right now in this day and age when everyone can say anything that they want?
Glory be. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, because it's like the current year.
He tilts back the chorus, or raises it to everyone and tilts it back down the hatch.
Yay.
Right, the next round is on me, and at this point, I do need a drink. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
His shoulders are visibly shaking because Eddie hates politics.
Anyone likes playing cards?
I do.
I prefer rolling dice. What is that black dog game? Warlock?
Dominoes?
You mean labyrinths and lamias, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the one where you pretend to be, what do you call those people that kind of like hide in other people?
Actors?
Yeah, those.
Jason, you dick. Character, I am an actor, and you're a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Bastard.
So, how many Mixie you're in? Anyone else who want to play?
Yep.
I will join the card game, but I admit I will be very bad at it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're not playing for stakes here.
More to giving everybody the next round. I suppose, what would the stakes be, eh?
How about the next round for everyone?
What?
How about the next round for everyone?
I was thinking like a
You're getting
basket of...
this one. However, whoever wins the next game gets the next round.
Interesting, so then we're all inclined to lose?
Or whoever loses, each have to buy a round or splits the next round. After this one.
This is getting complex. Let's just drink.
Done. He takes a pack of cards out, shuffles, puts it in front of the other guys. Cut and deal, if you'd like. What's the game?
I guess Eddie will cut and deal, and I out of character, I don't fucking know how to play cards.
Shall we play Hold'em?
What about 7 cast studs or crazy eights?
Done. Crazy Eights is fine.
Okay, you have to teach me the rules. I don't know them.
He goes through the rules of Crazy Eights.
Should we just play war then?
You can't. War with three people is lame.
Or we could play 1 card slam.
No. North and 52 card pickup.
Did anyone bring a magic deck?
No, I did not, and I believe I will be going. The knight has left, and it would behoove me not to stay behind.
Okay, let's play poker.
Was that your knight?
No, that is not my knight. That is a knife here. But he is a knight and I am a squire.
You realize John is also a she.
He knows that he's a she. He doesn't care though.
Eddie too has pointy ears.
He actually just kind of looks. Knife ear is a slur for she.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
Been slur for she for a long time.
I'm glad this word is getting more acceptance.
Sorry, say that again, Chris.
I'm glad this word is getting more acceptance.
By the way, what about poker? That's a good classic.
That's what I thought we were playing.
Yeah, but why do we have to come up with all these silly games?
Oh, let's just play poker then. 5 card?
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
Cece, you want in?
Looks up from her phone, and then shakes her head. No. A little, busy at the moment.
Scaredy cat.
Not scared, just busy.
Mm-hmm.
Does some of us have to go elsewhere? Shall we say that Mixie, Mixie, John, and sorry, Chris, I forget what your character's name is.
Olaf?
Olaf. Yeah, yeah. How about they all just like fiddle with their poker game and see how it goes?
Sounds good with me.
Okay.
In the end, Olaf wins. Fatality.
Yeah.
All right.
Shall we call it there then, folks?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Thank you
That was
guys for
delightfully
playing.
awkward.
Thank you, watchers, for watching, and stay tuned for more.